Last August, me and a couple of my friends, we went to Poland and we climbed Poland's highest peak, Mount Risi, and it was no doubt extremely difficult. None of us were prepared for it. It took us nearly 14 hours and all three of us came back completely broken. And even though it was extremely difficult, I enjoyed it a lot and I would love to do it again. Go to another mountain, go back to Poland and climb Mount Risi again. It was actually a fun experience, even though it was extremely difficult. Now, I've been working out, lifting weights for 10 and a half years right now. And honestly, I'm losing interest in doing it. Like, I still like lifting weights, but I decided that I really need to change things up because lifting weights and just building muscle is getting boring. And I really would like to climb more mountains, travel more, go on, more hikes and just in general see more interesting places. And I think that I really need to change the way I train. So I am going to be going from completely just fully focused on building muscle to really trying to build endurance and still work a tiny bit on my strength, but mainly be focused on building endurance. Now the bad thing is, I have no idea how to do it. Alright, so this is what I decided that I'm gonna do. So there's this route that I really like to run, which is 4.2k. So because even though I want to train, so I could go to mountains, climb mountains, go hiking and so on, I still would like to, like compete in a running competition or something. So I'm gonna be tracking this 4.2k. Now I am personally using Polar Flow, which basically everything that gets recorded by the watch then gets uploaded to the website, and it actually makes things really simple to follow. So I ran this route 3 days ago on the 14th. So what I'm gonna do is I wrote track into notes, and this is gonna be my baseline. I'm not gonna run it again today because, well, I have this as a baseline. So 4.22k in 25:46. Now, what I'm going to be doing today, however, is probably just trying to go for a run in Zone 2. I don't really know much about Zone 2 training, but basically from the 15 minutes of research I've done right now, it's basically for building an aerobic base, just trying to consistently stay in the zone where you could be running and just basically keep up a conversation. So I feel like my watch isn't really doing a good job tracking my heart rate, but I'm still going to be trying to use this and go out for a run and just try to stay in Zone 2 for a certain period of time, I guess. Okay, so just out of sheer interest, I've been looking at my past times, and I've been tracking this route because I would run it most often, in the previous years. And on July 27th, 2024, I ran this route in 21:58. Today is May 17th. So I'd say it would be a good goal for me to try to beat this time, 21:58, until July 27th. So I'd say that's gonna be a goal for me. And because there's a time window, I think this is gonna be, more motivating because, well, there's a certain date, I need to do a certain thing. So I'd say this is gonna be a tiny bit more interesting. Alright, so now I'm gonna begin, and I'm just probably gonna just run just at a pace to keep myself in Zone 2, Zone 3, and just keep it for as long as I can or as long as I want, and just hope that, I get decent numbers, and then, we'll move on from that. I've been running for like 8 minutes right now, and I'm running so slow, but I just jumped into Zone 4, which it seems like if I'd run any slower, I would be walking. Say it louder. My watch shows that my heart rate is still like at the very beginning of Zone 4, but I can I can keep talking and I can breathe through my nose, so I'm gonna say that, it's just my watch showing, wrong numbers. I've been running for nearly 25 minutes right now, and honestly, I'm getting a tiny bit bored. Gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. So I've been running for nearly 53 minutes now. And it is weird to say, but I'm doing great. Considering how horrible, I am at running, I'd say I'm doing pretty good. So I've been running for 1 hour and 1 minute and still doing fine. And I'm done. 10.05k in 1 hour, 11 minutes and 27 seconds. So I'm back on the couch, well rested. Some time has passed. So yeah, it was an easy 10k. I didn't expect it to be this easy, but by the end I started to feel, discomfort on my knees and especially stiff left ankle. So I will probably, well not probably, I will definitely need to work quite a bit on my mobility and just joint strength in general. But other than that, this was actually quite good. Like, honestly, I should buy myself a chest strap, but not really in the market for that right now, not really doing too good with money. But basically it shows that 83% of the time, just over 58 minutes, I spent in zone 4, which is definitely not the case. Like, I've been like, the whole time I would try to breathe through my nose, and I could do it. I could talk, every single time I talked on the camera, or most of the time, I was running. Now, my pace was actually really slow. So my fastest one was 6 minutes and 10 seconds, which was the very first kilometer. The second one was 6:42, and then everything else was in the 7s, which I'd say I did a pretty good job keeping the pace. Like, most of the time I'm doing like whatever and I don't really know how to keep same pace, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job this time. Other than that, it was a very decent run, I'd say. So I guess this video was kind of like an introduction into what this is going to be. I think I'm gonna sit down and really think about the goals that I want to achieve. And I think I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. Other than that, if you watched till the end, thank you. And I'm gonna see you in the next one.